Hello, welcome to Sports Report, live from the studio.
We're not live, but we are in the studio.
Well guys, we're entering the quarterfinals of the playoffs. Chapin beat Wren last week, 42-30, very good win. And Chapin faces off against Union County, who upset an undefeated Greer, 39-22. That's a pretty hefty beat there. What are you guys thinking about this game? Break it down for me.
I think we definitely need to improve in our special teams department going into the game against Union County. At this point in the playoffs, every team you're going to play is they're a very good team. Union, we can't afford to slip up on them like we did against Wren in the special teams department. We had a punt return for a touchdown. We had an extra point blocked. Things like that can't happen. We had good returns in the kickoff game, but looking back at the film, if we'd have made one or two more blocks here and there, we could have taken them to the house. We're getting Caleb White coming back. He's been an impact player for us all year. When he comes back to the game against Union County this week, he's been very good rushing off the edge and blocking field goals, extra points. He's blocked 4 on the season. I think that will be a major factor in increasing our efficiency in the special teams department.
Well, I'm looking at the offensive-defensive matchups, especially our offensive line versus Union County's defensive line. They're pretty big up front. They have 2 players over 300 pounds, which, is giving us some troubles on the offensive line. So I'm looking for Matt Johnson to have a big game at center, blocking the nose guard, and our tackles with rushers off the edge. I think that's going to be a big problem and a chance for us to show the offense that we can do some work on Friday.
I think our secondary is going to have to play good. We're getting Caleb White back, and he's played good all season, but these wide receivers for Union County are big, and they can make plays. Sean, what are your thoughts?
Caleb White is a really important player for this Chapin defense. On the year, he's got 31 tackles, but more than that, he's got 3 interceptions, including a big-time pick 6 versus R&E. As Jordan mentioned, the 4 blocks. But what's even more understated is his impact on the defense as a whole. Before Caleb Gottmano was out in the last 4 games, Chapin's only given up 20.4 points per game. Since then, they've given up 32. So this is a big-time return for a big-time defensive player. Back to you.
Thanks, Sean. I think another thing we can look at here is Union County's strength of schedule. Their first 6 opponents were very good. What did they average on the year? What was their record?
They actually went 59-12.
Between those 6 opponents?
That's
16.
That's pretty great.
It's great. To be 6-6, they lost.
They lost to Spartanburg.
They lost to Spartanburg. They lost to Newberry. They've played a lot of very good teams, and after losing 5 of the first 6 games of their season, they've only lost 1 since then. They're a very good team. They've played very good opponents, so their 6-6 record should not be looked at when looking at them as an overall team.
But this isn't the only game going around the state. We got Dutch Fork versus Dorman in the second round of the 4A playoffs. What are we thinking for this one, guys?
Dutch Fork's a very good team. Dorman's just better, and I have Dorman in this game. Their defense is going to stop Dutch Fork.
I like Dutch Fork, but I don't think Cole Douglas can get it done. I'm going to go with Dorman.
I'm the exact opposite. I think Dutch Fork's going to come out and play really good on the defense side of the ball. And I think Cole Douglas is going to have a great game. I got Dutch Fork.
Another game this week is Newberry versus Fairfield Central. This is actually the 2A upper state title. What do we got for this one?
I like Fairfield Central in this game. Newberry's got a lot of athletes, but I think Fairfield Central has the upper hand and should be favored in this game.
I'm actually going to take Fairfield Central in this one. I think they're going to beat Newberry for a second time this season.
I think Newberry is going to come out and play a lot better than they did the first time. They made a few mistakes. I think Shaw Wirtz is going to come out and have a great game. I got Newberry in this one.
Game of the week here, besides the Chapin game, is Seneca versus South Point. This is the winner of this will play the winner of the Chapin Union County game. What do you guys got for this one?
Seneca's run ends here. South Point wins this game, and that's the team we should be playing next week.
I'm actually going to take Seneca. I think they're going to get it done.
I agree with Jordan. South Point.
Taking a step away from football here, other news around Chapin is the Chapin cheerleading team won state 11th state title.
Congratulations,
Another great
cheer
run
team.
by the road to state. for
Seems
Chapin.
like they win every year. They have a fantastic program.
It's like the
Also,
Alabama of high school cheerleading.
Yeah, it is.
Alabama high
Dominant.
school
Dynasty.
cheer.
Dynasty.
It's a dynasty.
also Chapin basketball starts this week. Still a little preview there. What are you guys thinking about our basketball team this year?
I think they could be a lot better than they were last year. They've kind of filled in nicely. Lost a few seniors last year, but I think they'll fill in pretty nicely. I think they'll do pretty decent this year.
Yeah,
I look for improvement with their head coach. He's kind of gotten in the groove now after kind of being new last year. I look for them to have a much improved season.
Yeah, I'd like to see who fills in for Blake Edwards, as he was the leading scorer last year.
If you're looking for that, I think you look no further than Ryan Trussell. I think he's going to have a good year. He's a good point guard, and I think he's going to run this offense well this year if he gets his starting position.
Yeah, and leading it for the post, you got Caleb Rame. I think he's going to come back. He started last year as a sophomore, so in his junior year, he probably looks to exceed his expectations from last year.
I'd like to see Alex Stewart have a good season from the three-point line.
Yeah, I also like Triple A come in. He might have to play a little bit of the hybrid forward this year because of team's height. That he brings a little bit more bulk down there down low. I think he could probably do pretty good this year.
All right, well, that wraps it up for Sports Report, live from the studio.